Alright, welcome back everybody to Star Wars Battlefront 2. I am Adarum, and we're finally getting into the real Galactic Civil War era with our first mission that involves rebels. Apparently, a bunch of rebels were caught at some point and are being held on the Death Star, because I guess the Death Star gets used as a prison as well as a battle station. So, let's go ahead and get started on this mission.
Once it was finally finished, the Death Star was the Emperor's favorite toy. It was also the most boring assignment in the galaxy for a stormtrooper. Tedious inspection drills, endless hours of guarding impregnable force field generators. Things got so bad that when a prison break erupted in the cell block, we were almost happy to have someone shooting at us again. If only we'd known what an embarrassing snipe storm we were about to wade into. We probably would have jettisoned the whole detention block into space.
Oh gee, I love that commentary there about the Death Star being the most boring assignment for a stormtrooper. I don't know, I just find that kind of funny.
Prison riot in progress. A contingent of the 501st is inbound from an exterior inspection. Join up with the squad mates in the hangar.
Alright, so apparently there's been a riot, a bunch of prisoners, rebel prisoners. They are actually dressed in the full rebel outfit.
Rebel forces are
So they are actually the rebels, the Rebel Alliance now. So apparently we, as a 501st Trooper, were stationed here in this hangar, and for some reason the rest of the 501st wasn't here, and they just now arrived for some reason. So that's interesting. So these rebels broke out, and somehow got a hold of a whole bunch of rebel weapons somewhere over here. I feel like to make this make more sense, the rebels should probably have Imperial weapons at this point. It would make more sense, but I feel like they probably didn't want to bother with that. It would have been it's a minor detail that really most people don't care about. I mean, most people don't play this game for the campaign in the first place. Most people play Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the multiplayer, so most people probably wouldn't be paying attention that much. But for me, it does kind of bug me. By the way, what the heck are we doing? I thought we were going this way. Oh, defend the hangar. We're defending the hangar. Okay, so we can go this way then. I don't think the enemies come from that direction. They should just be coming from this way. Because, well, this is where the actual prison is. So the rebels actually do... One of the rebel troopers is actually a Wookiee. The Wookiee is actually kind of scary because it does have quite a bit of health. And its bowcaster, if it gets close, is almost like a shotgun. It will take you out in one hit. It also has a mortar launcher, which is very similar to the one that the Imperial officer has. So that's also a pretty scary weapon. But most of the time when you see Wookiees, they're probably going to sit there and use their recon droid, and they'll be a pretty easy target. They also have... I feel like they have some kind of buff like most of the other officer classes do. Although I can't quite remember off the top of my head what that buff is. If I'm thinking correctly. It's possible they have some other kind of weapon. I'm not sure. So I'm just spamming grenades here just because I can. Watch out for the smugglers. They're the engineer class. They have a shotgun. Take you out quickly in small, close quarters. Close quarters, that's the word I was looking for. So we got 10 seconds left to defending the hangar objectives, so let's head back. I think we have to go around the other way at some point. Because I'm pretty sure we have to head... There's actually another hangar adjacent to this one. And I believe we have to go over there? I guess not yet. Okay. So we're going over to secure the cell block. Death Star is actually one of my favorite levels in the game. The only problem with it is you're playing multiplayer conquest modes, or even single-player conquest modes. There's actually a glitch where one side's reinforcements go down a lot faster than the other ones. Like, they lose 2 reinforcements for every 1 the other team would lose. And I believe it's the Republic and the Rebels that end up losing troops faster. So it actually becomes quite the uphill battle trying to win as one of those sides. And even if you're playing at the top of your game, you can still lose because for some reason there's that glitch that causes the one side to lose reinforcements a lot faster than the other. It's kind of unfortunate because this is a really well put together level. I really love playing this level. And here you can see the Stormtrooper's inaccuracy in action. I was firing quite a few shots down at a sniper over there, couldn't take him out. Alright, what do we got next? Oh boy, we got another story of how the rebels got a hold of the Death Star plans. Of course, I believe the upcoming Star Wars Rogue One is also going to go into detail about that, but I remember there being quite a few different stories that explained how the rebels got a hold of the plans. But according to Battlefront 2, they got a hold of the plans via an escaped group of rebel prisoners who somehow, for some reason, the plans to the Death Star are kept on the same level as the cells for some strange reason. That seems like a pretty poor choice, almost as poor a choice as putting a exhaust port that is easily torpedoed in your death battle station. Alright, I can jump that. I can usually jump that gap right there, so I just wanted to make sure I got enough of a running start. But yeah, Rogue One is coming out in not too long, I think like 12 or 13 days from the day of this recording. Obviously this video won't go up because I haven't even posted any of these most recent videos yet. But as of this recording, Rogue One is about 2 weeks away. I'm not quite as excited about it as I have been for, I was for Episode 7. I don't know, I mean, I'm definitely going to go see it, like, it's pretty soon after it comes out, but I didn't, like, get, you know, release day tickets or anything like that. But yeah, I just haven't been thinking about it that much, you know. Like, Episode 7 I was, like, looking forward to all year, last year, but I don't know, you know, I'm still pretty excited about it, so we'll see how it is. It's just, I feel like the whole, you know, how did the Rebels get a hold of the Death Star plans story has just been done so many times that I've kind of gotten tired of it. I believe there's, like, I think there's a Han Solo novel that also explained how the Rebels got the Death Star plans. And I believe in that novel, I don't know if you guys, if you're big Star Wars fans, if you ever read this novel, I don't remember what it's called, it's been a while since I read it, but I believe Han Solo had like a love interest, and that love interest ended up joining the Rebels and ended up getting killed getting the plans. Yeah, it was some Han Solo related novel. But yeah, I just feel like the whole, you know, how did the Rebels get the plans has been played to death at this point. I mean, or played out to death, but I mean, I guess in the new canon there's no explanation yet, so that's why they made a movie about it, but yeah, I don't know. Apparently these Rebels, well actually, you know what, they don't have the plans right now, because we got the plans back. So maybe this isn't the Battlefront 2 explanation for how the Rebels got the plans. Maybe I feel like, though, the fact that it got brought up might mean that they got the plans somehow. I guess we'll have to find out, probably in the little outro video from this mission, whether or not they actually get away with the plans or not. Let's drop a grenade over there. This guy's gonna keep running at me and hopefully die. No, he was too far away from the grenade. By the way, I've sat in this hallway many times when the enemy controlled the command post over there and just sniped people. Like, you don't usually think about using a sniper on an indoor map, but that spot over there is perfect for sniping, because you got get a little bit of cover over there, and you can snipe enemies as they come down the hallway. I'm not going to bother with those guys, honestly. Let's just get moving, get up to that hangar. Is there a health droid in here by any chance? This, of course, is the room that Darth Vader choked one of the admirals in, I believe. Or one of the Moffs. I think they're called Moffs. And then Tarkin is the Grand Moff. But he choked one of them in Episode 4. I don't remember their name. I'm pretty sure I used to know their name, because I used to know, like, literally every character in Star Wars. I used to be pretty obsessed. But nowadays, I don't really pay as much attention to Star Wars as I used to. By the way, I could really use some rockets right now. Or an ammo droid, so I can get some infinite grenades. Those grenades down at those Rebels down there, the ones down there, try and get some cover. And let's just chuck them, that TIE fighter's in the way. Let's try and chuck them down at the lander over there. I guess we're throwing some down at the Rebels down there too. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, we're gonna get a rocket trooper now. And the camera glitched through the wall for a second, and I saw a rocket trooper just kind of sitting in the hallway. Are these guys over here? What the heck are these guys doing? Come on, let's go. Can I get them to follow me? Yeah, follow me. Come on, let's go. We got stuff to do. We got Rebel skill. Can't just hang out in the conference room all day, drinking coffee, sipping tea. Yeah, the rocket's doing a lot better. Although this thing has a lot of health for a non-vehicle segment. What I'm trying to say is a lot of health for something you have to destroy without a vehicle. So apparently we have a Jedi who was taken prisoner for some reason instead of killed by Darth Vader. Either that or he found his way on the station somehow. Let's get a headshot with a rocket launcher. Or not. For some reason his AI pathing doesn't seem to know how to get up here. So he's just standing there staring at me. Doesn't even want to engage any of the stormtroopers down there. Let's see if we can mine him to death. That didn't even land down there. Did I kill him? I got him. Awesome. Alright, that should be the end of it. Yeah, like I said, this is a really cool map. I really love that map. This map. I felt like this mission was really short, though. So there we go.
After the embarrassment of the prison break, Lord Vader removed us from our comfortable belay and began dragging the 501st across the galaxy in a dangerous hunt for the now missing Death Star plans. Ironically, our punishment eventually proved to be our salvation. The poor souls who took our place in the detention area were completely wiped out when the Death Star was destroyed.
Alright, so apparently the Death Star plans did make it off the station somehow. I'm not sure who made it off the station because, as you saw in the mission, we actually killed, like, everybody. We stopped their shuttle from leaving, and we killed the leader, the Jedi who was the leader of the rebels in the station. So I don't know how they got away with the plans, but apparently they did, somehow. Also, I do not remember this mission at all. Like, Polis Massa, if you don't know, is actually the place that Padme gave birth to Luke and Leia at the end of Episode 3. So it's a very minor place, but it was actually made into a map for Star Wars Battlefront 2. But yeah, I do not remember this mission at all. I thought from here we go right to the Tantive 4, which is the start of Episode 4. But yeah, anyways, we're going to save this mission for next time, because we've already done... Wait, no we're not. We're going to do this mission this time, because I've only done one mission this episode. That's right. Sorry, I'm doing all these recordings all in a row, and I'm losing track of, you know, how many missions I've done. I do 2 an episode, so we are going to do this episode. Sorry about that. Video's not ending yet. You're not getting away that easy. Alright, so let's get started and do this mission.
By the time of the raid on Polis Massa, the men of the 501st were starting to get a little sick of this so-called rebellion. In the past, we'd secretly enjoyed putting down a local insurrection or two. They kept the troops sharp and the Empire feared. But these rebels were different. They were organized, they were growing, and they were everywhere. The raid on Polis Massa was a perfect example of how things were starting to fall apart. We were supposed to go in, wipe out a small band of rebels, and recover some stolen Imperial plans on an encrypted holodisk. Before we knew it, we were nearly overrun by rebel forces, with the holodisk nowhere to be found.
By the way, one interesting thing to note, if you pay attention during those cutscenes, the rebels look a lot different. I mean, not a lot different, but they look a little bit different than they do in the main game. Namely, if you look at the color of some of their pants, they're a little bit different. Because those videos are actually taken, I guess, in early stages of development of this game. They actually look a little bit more like they did in Battlefront 1. And by Battlefront 1, of course, I mean the original Battlefront 1, not EA and DICE's Battlefront. So anyways, we're attacking Polis Massa now, which, as I said before, was the place where Luke and Leia were born. You know, I kind of wonder, because, oh, that's gonna kill me. Or not. These things don't have collision, do they? Or is it just... That was weird. I could have sworn I just phased through one of these pieces over here. Anyways, so Luke and Leia were born here. I wonder if Darth Vader, because it mentions Darth Vader is bringing the 501st in a search for the Death Star plans. I wonder if Darth Vader, if he comes here, which I don't think he does in the actual mission, if he did come here, would he be able to detect that his kids were born here? Because I feel like through the Force he might be able to detect it, because he was able to detect that Luke was a Force user in Episode 4 when he was dogfighting him by the Death Star. But I'm kind of wondering, like, how does that, like, you know, be able to feel a presence work? Because 2 probably powerful Force users. I don't know how powerful Leia is in the Force because it never really gets shown in any of the movies, but I wonder how much, like, the impact of a Force user, like, being somewhere has, like, can you detect that a Force user was once somewhere? I don't know. Just something interesting to think about. I mean, I'm mostly just thinking about, you know, being able to feel someone's presence, someone who's been somewhere before. I'm kind of thinking about the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games. I remember in one portion in the second game, you go into a crystal cave on Dantooine where apparently Darth Revan had been, and it's mentioned that you can actually feel Darth Revan's presence even though it's been years since he was there. I was just kind of wondering, I don't know if that's actually a thing in the real canon or if that was just something that was used as a storytelling element for the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games. By the way, those are games that I really do want to do Let's Plays of. Actually, I'm really seriously considering doing the Knights of the Old Republic games after this Let's Play. But, of course, the problem with that is those are much longer games. And they're also RPGs, so they can be kind of grindy and boring. So, I don't know, we'll see what we can do. If I do the Knights of the Old Republic games, I'll probably be doing them modded. Because I do love playing Knights of the Old Republic with mods. I've only played through the games once without mods. And after that, every single playthrough I play with some different mods. So I'm definitely going to play some mods when I play that game. And probably going to do some heavy editing to make sure it's not too boring. This series I feel like I haven't had to do editing because it's, I don't know, it doesn't get boring, you know, we're just going from objective to objective. There's not really any, like, in-between time. And these missions are kind of short. Average episodes have been about 20 minutes. So each mission's about 10 minutes. You can jump around to a lot of different locations, so it doesn't get boring. But an RPG, one where you end up doing a lot of walking around, fighting the enemies, dialogue, that kind of stuff, side quests, I feel like it can get kind of boring watching a video of that. So I'll probably, if I do those games, which I'm not even sure I'll do at this point, but if I do, definitely going to do a lot of editing in those. Alright, so now we picked up something. What did we pick up? A holodisk, which we're apparently uploading, and apparently that takes a while to upload for some reason. I don't think there's really been any other points in the Star Wars universe that I can think of in which an upload took this long. Like, I feel like with the technology that we have, that an upload of something like that should be instantaneous. I mean, it's just a data disk. I mean, by the way, I was talking about Darth Vader a little bit earlier. Kind of disappointed we haven't had a chance to play as him yet. I don't believe he shows up in this mission either, unless I'm mistaken. He doesn't actually come up until the Tantive 4 mission, by which point you've only got a couple missions left in the game. Yeah, I just feel kind of disappointed you don't get to play him as him more. I mean, considering the fact that the 501st Legion, which the story campaign is about, is referred to as Vader's Fist. Also would have liked a Clone Wars mission where we got to play as Anakin, perhaps, to kind of like cement, maybe like if the first mission, or the second mission, had been with Anakin, and there had been some kind of comment about Anakin and his leadership abilities, and then that has somehow played it into, Vader taking over the 501st later on. I don't know, I think that could have been cool. But yeah, Anakin isn't really a Republic hero at any point in the game. The only place you can play as him in the main game is by playing Conquest in the Galactic Civil War era, and for some reason he's with the Stormtroopers, and then Obi-Wan's with the Rebels, which seems kind of weird because by the time the Stormtroopers came around, Anakin was kind of in that big black Darth Vader suit, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. I really wish that Anakin could have been a Republic clone trooper hero, but oh well. There's a lot of mods that actually have Anakin as a hero, so we're probably gonna be playing as Anakin a lot later on. So this has been pretty easy. The Rebels haven't really made their way over here. I guess we have a lot of troopers over in this area that are holding them off. Although I do see some coming up this way, so let's throw a grenade out there. A couple grenades maybe. I've got an ammo droid over here. Got a lot of guys in here getting stuck on walls and stuff. Just having pathing issues. Okay, so apparently they have some kind of data bank that has some encrypted data, blah 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 blah. And we gotta go destroy it, so let's go do that. Of course I can see some guys in the hallway over here. This guy's using a recon droid, so he's stuck there. So that was an easy kill. So this is actually going to be all the way on the other side of the facility. Also, are we losing a command post back there? I think we might be. We might have to go back and recapture that at some point. Or I might not be seeing that correctly. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, was that our command post? I think it was at the beginning. That command post back in the hangar we kind of started in. Ooh, it's a Bothan. Haven't seen any of these yet, but the Bothan turns invisible and has that incinerator, which is actually, it can kill you pretty quickly. So if you don't see them, they can sneak up on you and take you out pretty quickly. Sadly, that's their only offensive weapon other than time bombs. So I don't really like playing as the Bothan, really. But playing against AI, they can be kind of deadly because you're not really expecting them to just pop out of nowhere. Of course, the problem with them, they can, like a full round of that incinerator before you have to reload will really only take out one enemy. So that's kind of why I don't like playing as it, because as the player, I mean, look at my kill count. Actually, no, you can't look at my kill count because I tend to cut that out at the end of the video. But if you did look at my kill count, you'd see I get, way more kills than any of my teammates. So the game kind of relies on the player I don't have any grenades. Crap. I was going to throw a grenade at the floor and then just run for it. Guess I'm just running. But yeah, the game accounts for the player doing a lot more than any of the AI do. I mean, this is supposed to be a game about, you know, just another soldier in their army, you know? Like, just one more soldier, not just, like, not anybody really special, not like a commando or something like that. But you start feeling like some kind of special ops commando because you're the one going out and doing everything. And meanwhile, your allies, you know, they just kind of, you know, sit around, get stuck on walls, kill a person here and there. Meanwhile, you're out there killing rebels by the hundreds. So it doesn't really feel like you're just another trooper. It really does feel like you're, you know, a little bit better than that. But yeah, anyways, we got rebels over here. I don't know where our guys are, because I ran all the way up there and there wasn't anybody there. So let's actually get this guy to follow us, maybe? There's a Wookiee up here, don't care about him. But yeah, there were a lot of rebel troopers in there, and my allies weren't anywhere close. And for some reason our spawn point is still way back there. They didn't set up a new spawn point closer. Let's get this guy to follow us too. And we gotta run all the way back, and there's no enemies here anymore, because it looks like our troops have advanced forward a little bit. Right before we get in there, I'm gonna activate my rage ability and boost the damage of my allies. There's still a couple of rebels, but not nearly as many. Oh, I had already clicked the button by the time I realized that my ally over there had already hit it too. So, basically, that was completely pointless. Oh well. Maybe I hit some other guy walking by that my ally didn't. I don't know. Okay, let's take out this thing. Let my trooper buddies handle the rebels over there. Ah! Yep, now we gotta head back all the way back to that hangar we started in. Although, I think... Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say, I think we can go up here and get a tank to get over there faster. But now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of rebels over there, and I'm almost dead. And... Oh, there's one over here, too. But yeah, there's a lot of rebels over there, so maybe I want to go around this way. Yeah, it would be faster to go take a tank from that hangar to the other hangar, because you can drive directly across, but you can't walk, because Polis Massa has no atmosphere, and you'll die. Okay, I guess he was right behind me. I didn't even see that. Okay, so that is a faster way back, I suppose. Just dying. So go ahead and head into that hangar, and hopefully our allies are coming that way. There's a whole bunch of them. If you look at the map, there's a whole bunch of them in that command post over there. I don't know what they're doing, because our objective is not to defend that command post. It's to advance forward and capture this one. So I don't know what the heck they're trying to do there. Maybe their objectives haven't been reset, and their AI is just confused and doesn't know what to do. And there's a lot of rebels in here, and I'm probably going to die again. Hey, you! Come back here! This guy needs to come out and help me. I mean, seriously, come on. I can't do this all on my own. Yeah, because these guys are going to keep respawning, and I'm not going to make any progress until my allies get over here. And the problem with this mission is that all of my allies got sent over to the other hangar to go destroy that whatever the thing was. I'm going to play as a Dark Trooper, actually. See if I can jet back over there. But all my allies went over that way, so now they have to run all the way back over here, and it just takes a while. Let's go ahead and charge this up, see if we can bounce it around some people, or not, because there weren't any people close. Let's jump over here, and get a grenade off. Oh, I thought I killed that guy. Oh, that was bad. Okay, let's spawn in again. I feel like I've died more this mission than I have any other. Mostly because we've been running around so much that our allies haven't had time to catch up with us as we go from objective to objective. So, yeah, that's just kind of unfortunate. And also the fact that our command posts, our spawn points, don't reset as much as they probably should. By the way, the Dark Trooper, as a jet trooper, he actually does have lighter armor, despite what it looks like. It does look like he has heavier armor, but he does have less health than your average Imperial Stormtrooper would. So you gotta be careful with him. You will die a lot quicker if you play as him. Also, it would probably help if I was over in the area of the command post. Looks like the capture zone on this thing is kind of small. Like, I walk over this way just a little way, and I'm no longer in range. Alright, so this mission should be over soon, I feel like. Is this the last objective, possibly? Yep, looks like that's it. Yeah, like I said, I killed 100 people this mission, and my allies really didn't do much of anything, I'm betting.
Even though the Polis Massa raid was only a partial success, we finally had a lead on the whereabouts of the Death Star plans, which suited the 501st just fine.
Okay, so apparently the Death Star plans were not on Polis Massa, but we did just find out that they're on the Tantive 4. Speaking of which, that is not the Tantive 4. The Tantive 4 is actually red. It actually has red stripes rather than blue stripes. So that's a little bit of an oversight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember the opening of Episode 4. The stripes on the Tantive 4 were not blue, they were red. So yeah, next mission we're actually going to play the opening scene from Star Wars Episode 4. So that should be exciting. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.